Anyway, you did not come here to hear about running today, so let's get to something a lot more exciting, which is this new Belgium and Ben & Jerry's beer. Now, I have not tried it yet, but I have poured a glass, and actually, hang on one second. There we go. Now we're complete. It just wouldn't be right if I didn't try to pair the two, because that's what they were going for. Ben & Jerry's chocolate chip cookie dough. Vanilla ice cream with gobs of chocolate chip cookie dough. I think that everybody has had this flavor probably a million times. And quite honestly, there is nothing about this ice cream that is particularly exciting. I let it temper for a while, and I tried to scoop down to get some of the cookie dough, because when I opened this one up, it looked like it was going to be a pretty bum pint. There was no noticeable cookie dough, even as I scraped down a few layers, so, you know, it's whatever. But I just needed to remind myself of exactly what this tastes like before I take a sip of the beer, because that's what they were going for, so let's go ahead and do it. Their cookie dough is fine. Their cookie dough is awesome. And the chunks are huge. When they say gobs, they mean gobs. Their vanilla ice cream, there's nothing special about it. It's merely a delivery vehicle for really good mix-ins. I kind of thought the same about the Graters last weekend when I had it in Pittsburgh last weekend, but the Graters one, their vanilla had a little more flavor than this and so much more cookie dough. But now I can see a little bit more here. Anyway, I don't mean to turn this into a review of this flavor because everyone's had it, but you can see there's more cookie dough now that I'm getting a little bit lower. But now that we've tried that, so the surprising thing about the new Belgium and Ben & Jerry's chocolate chip cookie dough ale is its color. They went with a golden ale, and that is not typical for dessert flavored beer. But what's even more interesting here is that this is a golden brown ale. So last year's salted caramel brownie ale, that was a brown ale too, but it was a dark beer. So it's a little bit of a mindfuck, and I'm surprised that they didn't do a porter for last year's or this year's. They went with an ale, or brown ale both times, just a variation of it. By the way, I am no expert at beer reviewing. I just drink a ton of different beers, craft beers, unique beers. I go to beer festivals. I love it. So let me see before, again, one more time, right before we take our sip. Just another excuse to eat ice cream. Okay, here we go. Let me enjoy this. And this is just a hunch, but I think if you do it directly after the ice cream, it kind of just tastes like beer, because you're going from ice cream to beer. It just tastes like an ale. Now that my taste buds have settled a little bit, let me think about it a little bit more. I'm gonna get drunk tonight. Okay, so this doesn't taste like cookie dough, and I knew it wouldn't taste like cookie dough. It does taste chocolatey though, and it is reminding me of a dark beer, like a porter. So it's a little bit malty, and I can taste a little bit of the hops, not like an IPA, nothing aggressive, but it's not that sweet. So we're not talking about sweet malts or anything. And with this like modest carbonation, like this, just it's a good golden ale. I feel like it's a little bit how do I describe it? Like a little bit flowery. So that, I guess that kind of works for a cookie. And I think the more I drink it, the more I taste a little bit of vanilla too. It finishes really clean, and boy, this is going down easy. I know I just ran 8 miles, but I think a lot of the flavors are in here, but it doesn't taste like chocolate chip cookie dough ice. At 6% too, which isn't higher, or it's not low, or it's not high. You don't taste the booze at all. I like my beer boozy, but you know what? I like this beer more than the salted caramel brownie ale from last year, which I didn't care for at all. I think this is a better product. Just know that if you get this, if you're a casual beer drinker, just know that it's not sweet, if that's what you're expecting. It's not bitter, but it's not that sweet. It's beer. Where it's a little fun for me is that there's a little bit of cocoa and vanilla in an ale style that I never would see those two traditionally. I don't even think I need to tell you that the salted caramel brownie ale ice cream blows chocolate chip cookie dough out of the water. It's kind of disappointing they didn't make a new one for this. Actually, it's even more disappointing that they didn't just bring back the salted caramel brownie ale ice cream as a forever flavor, because that's one of my favorite Ben & Jerry's ever. I like it so much, in fact, I still have some. I found it at a ShopRite about, I think, 2 months ago, and I bought 3 of them then, and I've been doing work. Look, I eat my ice cream with a fork sometimes because I'm a savage, and I do the same thing with peanut butter. For some reason, I always have a fork nearby. Now let's see how this ice cream pairs with the beer. There we go. I think that's the secret. I think you should cram your mouth with as much ice cream as possible and then just start drinking beer right through it like a beer milkshake. God, that ice cream's so good. But I think that ice cream paired a little bit better with, God, I'm such a hoarder. I still have some New Belgium and Ben & Jerry's salted caramel brownie brown ale, and you can see it's a lot darker. Have you ever done something and thought to yourself, I must be the only person in the entire world doing this right now? Well, that is definitely me right now. I promise you right now that there is no other soul in the universe that has both New Belgium and Ben & Jerry's collaboration, both the beer and the ice cream, and are enjoying them right now. Also, most people are probably out with their friends for Halloween, but here I am drinking beer and eating ice cream. This beer's not good.